Hi, this is Ryan Vaz with PBN Bharat, and welcome to this show called Start Young, Dream Big. Start Young, Dream Big is a series where we bring young entrepreneurs who have started very young and have really big dreams. While they are still in college, they have started their own business. Many students spend their weekends out at cafe, but today's guest decided to build one. While pursuing an integrated MBA in hospitality and tourism, she co founded Macadonia, an artisanal burger cafe run by three college students. But this isn't just about serving burgers. Inspired by the spirit of giving more than receiving, Macedonia focuses on creating unique burgers from around the world while offering customers a place where they feel welcomed and valued. In just a few months, they have built a loyal and growing customer base, showing that great businesses aren't about just selling products, but by creating memorable experiences. Please welcome Smyrna Paul.
Thank you.
Smyrna, before I ask you, before we start, a very complicated name,
Okay.
and then you also have a very interesting name for your cafe,
Yes.
Macadonia.
Yes.
Can you tell me the story behind your name as well as
Okay.
the name of the cafe?
So my name is Smyrna, and the meaning is pure. So this is from the Hebrew and Greek text. It translates to pure. And Macadonia also is originated from a place in Greece called Macedonia. So we named it Macedonia because the people there, according to the Bible that is mentioned, they say that the people there gave more than they received. So we want to do the same with our burgers, where
Right.
we want to be able to give a far greater value than what they pay for. Yes.
Nice. Like I said in the introduction, a lot of people only go and hang out at
Yes.
restaurants and cafes. What motivated you to start a cafe? And that too, not alone. You've got three friends.
Yes, yes.
Tell us that story. It sounds very interesting.
So, as friends, we are foodies. We love to explore new cafes. And one constant thing that we saw in all the cafes is that a lot of times students have limited budgets, right? We go to a lot of places and then we'll have to count. What's the menu like? What's the price like? What can I afford? So we wanted to build a place where we give food that is very delicious, that is worth the money you're paying for, and far more, but also that's pocket friendly for the students. So we don't want them to spend out of their budget. It's very within their range, but it's also a safe place for them as well.
Right.
That's what we wanted to do for the students. We are one, so we know what it's like.
So when you went out looking out for a place to start,
Yes.
what was in your mind?
Just food that is great to eat and also to share.
No, from the location perspective.
Okay, from the location.
Because I noticed that it is very close to the
Yes,
Dampe College,
it is.
the Dampo College.
Right. So
So
Miramar.
was that
yeah.
an intent?
Definitely. So Miramar is a hotspot for colleges, right? We have three colleges around the same area.
Right.
Shada Mandir, there's Dempe, there's Algankas, there's Space. So we thought of being in Miramar so that it's very easy for them to quickly come in, have a bite, and also head back to
And
college.
then go back to college.
Yes. So definitely we thought of it.
And how did you all get a space like this?
So honestly, we were so fortunate enough to find this place. We wanted to start something that is not too heavy with investments for us because we're students.
Right.
We have limited funds when it comes to that in the first place. So we got this place at a fairly good deal with all the equipment already existing. So all we needed to do was, it's basically like a plug-in and start working kind
is
of a
it?
place. Yeah.
Is it?
So everything was already done for us. All we
Okay.
needed to do was a little bit of investment here and there to change the theme of the place and then start right away.
So one of the biggest deterrents for
Yes.
people wanting to start a business
Absolutely.
is there an investment.
Totally get
Okay,
that.
and a lot of people get stuck over there.
Mm-hmm.
How did you overcome that hurdle?
Fairly because...
You and your team.
Right.
Right.
We already... prior to this, we did a lot of product tests, right? We needed one core product that we needed to market. After we got that ready, we realized that yes, this needs to be on the market. And with finances, whatever we could gather up, we did. We got the help of our parents, definitely. That is a major factor. But I think with the overall idea of marketing, so wherever we could, we tried cutting costs a lot. So instead of outsourcing people to do it for us, we took it upon ourselves to do the same. So marketing, we did it by ourselves. Financing, we did it by ourselves. Anything else, chefs, because we've already learned hospitality, we know how to pair up foods and stuff like that.
Right.
So we managed to cut our costs wherever we can. So that way, I think that is a great way to go forward to start a business. Just
So
cut
your
costs.
initial capital, where did you get from?
Initial capital, definitely.
Because
was
initially,
mine.
generally, we tend to burn, especially in a cafe,
Right.
we tend to burn a lot of cash
Right,
initially.
right.
So how did that happen?
So this initial capital was gratefully provided by my father. He's
Okay.
already in the business. So he has an overall idea of how to go about it.
Nice.
I got the help required from my father to start the initial capital. But after that, we generated revenue through the cafe itself.
So your revenue has been sustaining by its own
Yes,
sales.
it has, it
Oh,
has.
that's brilliant.
That is.
I also, loved one point that you said that you need to find one master product.
Yes.
How did you get that idea, and can you elaborate on that so that a lot of more people can understand
Okay.
this?
So before finding...
And I'll just explain the context if you don't
Cool,
mind.
cool.
Because I see in a lot of restaurants, they have like a laundry list
Yes.
of products. And, people end up selecting only that small group
Yes.
of things. And they market everything on the news, what you call that, on their posters. All the pictures are there. People don't know what to select from. And yet here you are telling that you want only one product, one master product.
Yes.
Can you please elaborate on that?
So first, we need to find the core product. We found a gap in the market.
Okay.
That is good burgers and artisanal burgers. So basically, we found everyone is serving fried chicken burger. Everyone is serving burgers that look like KFC or McDonald's. We wanted to do something a little different where you get flavors of... So the burgers that we have are inspired from different parts of the world. So
Okay.
we have a burger inspired by Italy, one by Mexico, one by Korea, so like that. So we basically bring these global flavors and put them all into a burger.
Wow.
That is the initial idea. And also with the whole point that you said about having too many things on the menu, that's just a lot on the human mind, right?
Right.
It's a lot to choose from, and there's just too much going on in your head. So with just a limited of items on the menu, that decreases your concentration, and it just focuses on what needs to be
What
sold.
needs to be sold.
And it's also great on the business owner's end, because you're saving up cost not by having too many cooks,
Right.
specializing in these different cuisines. It's just one core product. So it's the main component are the two buns, the patty, it's just the sauces that differ. Very easy to make, nothing too complex. So we minimize on the cost of suppliers, we
Right.
minimize on the cost of the people cooking the dish, and also
Because the ingredients and everything is
yes,
common.
it's common. And also marketing, we have exclusivity because we're just focusing on burgers.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely.
You mentioned that good burgers and artisanal burgers.
Yes.
What's the difference between a good burger and an artisanal burger?
A good burger would just, it would probably tingle with one of your sensations, but a great artisanal burger would have all five. So you have it looks good, it tastes great, it smells great, you get all five sensations working to have that burger.
Lovely.
Basically, that would be your artisanal
Lovely,
burger.
that sounds so interesting. In fact, it is distracting now because I'm
Yes.
eager to come and try this out. Smyrna, can you tell us about your team?
Okay.
How did you first build a team, and how are you all working together? What are your how did you distribute your work?
Yes. So right now we have 4 members working at the cafe. I'll introduce each one of them to you.
Yes.
So first we have our head chef, Federico. He's not a student. He's very much in the professional line. He has an experience for quite a lot of years. So he's a head chef, and he goes about preparing all of the dishes. After that we have Kyron, one of my friends. He handles the kitchen with our head chef.
Okay.
So he's in charge of the food. And then we have another friend called Leander. He handles the front of the house. That that is, the cafe front, as well as the cashiering, and also making drinks. He makes crazy drinks. You should
Really?
definitely try it out. Great coffees and stuff. So that is Leander. And then I come in helping out with admin, with the accounting aspect, with marketing and all of those things that the boys wouldn't want to focus on. So I do the rest. And then my dad is the senior most person that oversees, gives us the advice required.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and just helps us out wherever it is required. So he gives us the space to experiment with things and also comes in when required.
Smyrna, if this is your involvement,
Yes.
how do you manage studies?
It is quite a bit. A lot to tackle right now. It's not just me, it's my other two friends as well.
In general, I'm asking about all three. How do you all manage studies?
So we go to college from 10 a.m. to 12 to 1, let's say to 1. And then we come to the cafe, help out whenever required. And when we have extra classes in the afternoon, we have to head back. It is quite a lot to do, but it's fulfilling at the end of the day. So we get out of the house by 10 a.m. and we come back by 11 p.m.
And then how do you get time to study?
Study.
Because running a cafe is a full-time
Yes,
job.
yes.
You need to get everything cleaned. You need to have the next day's inventory. You need
Right.
the shopping to get done.
Quite a lot.
There's 1,000 things that need to be done, and I see veteran restaurant owners running from end to end.
Yes.
How do you guys manage? First, before you tell me that, how are you doing in college?
Good. I'm doing great in
grades are good?
college. Absolutely amazing.
Really? And the same is between the other two as well?
Yes, they have fairly great grades as well.
All right. Now, that being covered, how do you all manage?
So the course that we're in is also hospitality. We are studying hospitality. So they give us the space to also experiment. They don't go very hard on us to study, get the good grades. They give us enough space to experiment, to study, as well as, just be more practical in general.
Right.
So because they aren't too hard on academics, we get to do this with not too much of stress being burnt. But also, other than that, I think most of your work is done if you pay attention in class.
Mm-hmm.
Most of it. So if you pay attention in class, 80% of your studies is already covered.
Okay.
The remaining 20% is just one day before the exam, covering it up. Yeah, but that does the job, honestly.
So, this is something that I've been consistently hearing from
Okay.
a lot of the young entrepreneurs,
Yeah.
that they've been paying attention in class, they've been studying at the very last minute, and still managing to get good grades while running their businesses.
Yes.
Yeah. So, it's not about not about remembering, or not
Not at
about.
all.
It's just about understanding the concepts.
Absolutely. That way, college is a place where you don't really need to memorize things. You
Right.
don't need to mug up a lot of things. As long as you understand the concept and are able to put it on a paper, that's more than enough.
From what you've told me so far,
Yes.
it looks like your parents are the backbone.
Oh, they really are.
For this business.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about your parents, and then again, what is their role in your business journey?
Okay, so I come from a joint family. That is my grandparents, my aunt, all of us live in one house. But the thing is, all of them are very hospitable, right? So hospitality has been in my blood ever since I was a baby. That's all I've seen. It's not just about being in the industry, but also seeing people being caring, going out of their way to help one another, hosting people at home. So that is what I've grown up looking at. And my father is also a veteran in the industry. He's worked as an executive chef for 30 plus years. He's had the experience, and my brother's also in the hospitality industry. So seeing all of this working out for them, I naturally had an inclination towards it.
Okay.
Because this is a beautiful field to be in, where you go out of your way to help people, to make them feel more comfortable, and to just provide for them.
Okay.
So I had a natural inclination towards this particular field.
How do your parents help you?
So my dad, definitely, with the expertise, he provides all the knowledge required.
Tell me a little bit about him. What is his background?
So my dad was an executive chef at Siddhartha Goa,
Oh, wow.
at Club Mahindra, at Oberoi's and such.
Nice.
After working there for 30 plus years, he left his job as an executive chef and started his own brand. It is at the mall. We have a QSR brand called as Pan Asian Hut.
I
that
see.
we just completed our 10th year anniversary.
Wow, congratulations.
So that has been great for us as well.
So you're following his footsteps.
Yes. That's all I've ever seen, and that's all I want to do.
What do you think were the 3 major mistakes that you made as you were setting up?
Okay. One is definitely thinking that everything happens quickly. I wanted instant results, right? Within the first month itself, I wanted to get profits. That is not something that happens.
Okay.
Profits do not come overnight. You need to work, you need to put in the hours, but also it's not an overnight thing. It takes time, it marinates. So with time, just don't think that things can be done instantaneously. You need to put in the efforts. It takes time, but that's completely fine. So that is definitely one mistake that I made. And secondly, putting a lot of load on yourself. As entrepreneurs, we think that, we can do everything, right? A one-man army. But that is not the case. We have our strengths, but we also have our weaknesses. So I think it's really important to distribute the work. And that's when my friends came in. They are good at things that I'm not good at. And I might be good at things that they are not good at. So when you share your burden with them, you know that they are good at this, so they can handle it, and I'm good at this, so I can handle it. So definitely don't take it all on yourself. Spread the work. That would be the second mistake that I made initially, but I'm glad that I learned from it.
And the third one?
And third one, I'll have to think about this, but let's say, okay, this is very important. Starting, we think that so this is, as entrepreneurs, we tend to be very lenient with customers. We tend to be exceptionally generous with everything, but a business is a business and people need to realize that. So even if it's extremely hard on you to not give special discounts to certain people or charge them free, you need to be able to charge certain people. So I have a huge problem of saying no to people, right? So there are certain things that you need to do, and if they are good enough, they will understand it. A business is a business. So if your friend comes to the cafe and is ordering something from you, they need to pay a certain thing.
Absolutely.
And you should be a little stunned to see that, yes, this is the particular price.
Yeah. They should be paying you.
Absolutely. So that was one thing I struggled a lot initially, but then I got the hang of it.
In fact, if they are friends, then they should have been paying you more, the full price, because that's how you get the support.
Yes, that is true.
But very good point.
Yeah.
A lot of people struggle with this, and then they end up actually losing business because of this. You've been on both sides of the counter.
Yes.
Right? You've been visiting cafes as a customer, and today you're on the other side where you're providing the service. What is the difference? What has been the perspective change? Now that you're behind the counter, how do you look at a customer and the entire experience?
So as a customer, it's pretty one-sided, right? You're just involved in eating the food, having a great time with your friends. But when you come to the other aspect of it, you notice that how can I make this customer's day better? So that is the intent that you need to have as a cafe business owner. It's not just about serving the food, but also the experience that you provide for the guests. So you need to go one step ahead and not just think about the business in general, but also about the customer and how they are experiencing the place. So that is definitely that I've learned a lot, being on the other side of the counter, just making the experience a whole lot better.
And how does one do that?
Okay, so you need to go out of your way, and it's not just serving the food. Maybe ask about their day, how did it go? We love to talk. So as students, any chance given, if a customer is kind enough to talk to us, we love to engage in beautiful, meaningful conversations. So we love to ask about their day, just in general. And if required, we share our day. And it's just not the customer coming in, having their food and going away, but we engage in conversations with them wherever possible. We add in, so we do this thing where we ask about their preferences, and if it's something that we can do, we go the extra mile in providing for it.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah, so if I could give an example, we recently had a customer on Swiggy saying that it was his last cheat meal day.
Right.
And he said, I need the burger looking extremely. I need the burger to be good because it's my last cheat meal day. So we went a little ahead and thought, why not give him a few extra pieces of chicken at the side, not for something that he paid for. And we wrote him a lovely note saying that, hey, I think you deserve more than just a burger. I hope this is the cherry on top of your last cheat meal day.
Right.
And he was so happy with the response that he wrote us a personal feedback.
Lovely. Lovely.
So that just goes to show that when you go the extra mile, it's never forgotten. Customers do appreciate it and they
Right.
feel loved.
If a student wants to open a
Yes.
cafe, what should be the steps that he or she should take to reach that goal, and what is it that he or she should keep in mind whilst doing this?
First-
Only we'll tell them not to open in Miramar.
That's completely fine. One is to gather up. You need a good funding base to start.
Right.
So you need a good capital to start with, right? You cannot go in thinking that the money will just come in. You need a sizable amount of capital. You can raise it by yourself or you can get the help of people as well. You do not have to do it alone.
Right.
You can either take up, the government has a lot of subsidies, as I've heard. You can take the help of the government, you can take the help of your parents or just people in general to start up this venture. And once you do that, have a good size team that can help you. Again, do not do it alone. Wherever possible, take the help of others. Always be willing to hear suggestions. So
Right.
before you get into the field itself, make sure that you know what you're entering into. So if that means hearing a lot from other business owners, go to them, strike up conversations, and make sure that you get the advice required to start this up. So that is extremely important. And once you're there, just make sure that it's very important to account for everything.
Right.
You cannot just say that, hey, I'm doing so and
The
so
numbers
thing.
matter.
Exactly, numbers do matter. Even if it's a tiny expense, make sure that you account for it. It goes a long way at the end of the day.
Absolutely, absolutely. If you wanted to do something differently,
Yes.
what would it be?
Definitely work on a bigger space.
Okay.
Right now, space is a limitation. So if I could do
So that's a good problem to have.
It is a good problem to have. It is. So if I could do things differently, I'd save up more capital and invest it in a bigger space. Do the space a lot more better so that more people can come in. Right
Right.
now, we have a very limited seating capacity. It's just 20 covers. So a lot of times we are overcrowded or we're short staffed.
Right.
In such a situation, space constrictions. So in that sense, I would definitely look at a bigger space.
So one last question, Smyrna,
Yes.
is you mentioned about Swiggy,
Yes.
and I've been seeing a lot of, and you also mentioned about space constraints.
Yes.
But I've been seeing a lot of chains actively reducing their space or moving to a smaller space
Yes.
because their customer base is shifting from
True.
a dine-in to a takeaway or to a delivery. Thing. How do you foresee your business as you go ahead?
Oh, definitely. Cloud kitchens are booming as of now because, again, if you have your co-product, you're able to market it well. You don't need a seating space. Again, that way Swiggy takes care a lot of your advertisements. They put you up on your SEO quite high if you get well with it. So in that sense, I think cloud kitchens are a great way to go in case you want to not want to put extra investments in opening up a bigger space.
Right.
That's a great way. That way, even Swiggy offers it helps a lot of home businesses as well.
Right.
So that is a great way to go about things. But for us, for people that want people to come into the cafe, to sit there for an hour, that is a different space. And I don't think Swiggy could ever take up that particular place.
Nice,
So
nice.
cafe space will always be a more physical space. So physical stores are also very important. Yes, the
Right.
delivery system is also working really well, but also physical stores are a must.
A brilliant conversation with Smyrna Paul, where she spoke about her journey on how she started off a cafe with 3 friends, and they're doing excellently well. While I end this session, all I can think on my mind is how quickly can I get there. Smyrna, thank you very much for coming
Thank
onto
you
this
so
show.
much, sir.
I hope it is as inspiring to a lot of other people as it has been to me.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.